Finally got my hands on the new Warlock boots for this season. Let me tell you, I am loving the route that Bungie is going with these new exotics. Heads up everybody, my name is SentinelGray and welcome to the channel. Like I said, I recently got the new exotic Warlock boots from this season. I got the Titan ones too, but honestly, those are more situational and for PvP, which really isn't my bag. Either way, I've actually seen what all three pairs of exotic boots do this season. The Titans one makes stasis bearable, and the Hunter ones practically turn your super up by like 1,000. Plus, those two are extremely good in their respective fields, Titans for being in PvP and Hunters for PvE. I feel the Warlock boots might get passed over a bit, so I want to bring them to as many people as I can's attention. So to get any of the new exotic boots for this season, you need to complete a Legendary or Master Law Sector solo when the daily reward is for exotic legs. There's no guarantee that you'll get these to drop on your completion though, unfortunately, so this is one of those things in Destiny you'll have to farm out until you get it. Luckily, once you finally get a pair to drop for you, they'll be added to your exotic world pool, so you could possibly have another pair if you get an exotic to drop out and about. Now, why would you want these boots? Well, let me start off by saying this. Destiny has, in the past, had multiple ways to heal yourself and your allies in game. There's of course Middle Tree Dawnblade for Warlocks, Middle Tree Sentinel for Titans, and even one of the Warmind Cell mods was able to heal anyone around them, but we've never really had the ability to be a dedicated healer for our fire team. Until now. These boots allow you the ability to be a 100% dedicated healer of your fire team if matched with a few other things. So what these boots actually do is this. While you're standing in a rift, it creates noble seekers that seek out enemies that are not in that rift, and provides them with the buff of whatever rift you're standing in, whether it be empowering or healing. Also, when those seekers hit one of your allies, it produces another seeker that is tracked only to you that then extends your rift's duration if you are still standing in it. That means you can heal and buff allies from range without even having to look at them, all while your rift is practically infinite and you're dealing with enemies. To add fuel to this already insane bonfire of buffs, the effect of these boots applies to literally any rift that's cast, even your allies. So let's just say you don't have your rift ability and your friend does. You can have them lay one down, stand in it, and have it work the same exact way. This even works if one of your allies creates rifts while using the Prometheum Spurs exotic too. It's literally any rift it works with. Now these boots take on a whole new life when used alongside Middle Tree Dawnblade, the Attunement of Grace. These boots work with two things in that tree. First is the Well of Radiance. Once you cast your Well of Radiance, the boots work the same way as it does when you cast your Rift. The only downside to this is that the Noble Seekers that go out and tag your allies are only just one buff. As an example, if you are having a Healing Rift equipped and you cast Well of Radiance, the Noble Seekers that tag your allies will only heal them and not give them the 25% damage buff that the Well of Radiance usually gives you while you're standing in. You understand? The other thing that these boots synergize with is the ability called Benevolent Dawn. What Benevolent Dawn does is anytime you heal or buff your allies, it regenerates ability energy to your grenade, melee, and rift, which put simply is the more that you heal and buff people, the more you can use your abilities. Essentially, what this does is give you another charge of your rift before it even remotely runs out from you using these boots. Now you would think that's all, like that's it, there's nothing more we could do with this. Well, you'd be wrong. Go grab that exotic hand cannon Lumina you probably barely use. So I've got some news for you. Lumina also synergizes with not only the Attunement of Grace, but also with the boots of the Assembler. Usually, what happens with Lumina is whenever you get a kill, the enemy drops a remnant behind that, when collected, gives you a noble round and reloads a portion of your magazine. You can then fire these noble rounds from Lumina by hip firing. Once you fire the round, it then seeks out one of your closest allies and then buffs and heals them, the ultimate tool of a healer. Now with this all together in one package, what exactly happens? Let's just say you're playing Override. You lay down a rift in the middle of an area near where you need to bank motes. From there, Noble Seekers are produced from your rift while wearing the boots of the Assembler. These Seekers go out and heal your allies. Because of the healing you've done, Benevolent Dawn activates from your subclass, which gives you ability energy to all your abilities, minus your super. Those Noble Seekers then return to grant you a longer rift. But these returning Seekers also count as the remnants you can pick up for Lumina, which means you have Noble rounds for Lumina without even firing it or getting a kill. Because you can constantly heal from your Noble Seekers from your boots and your Noble rounds from Lumina, you can give yourself ability energy basically at will with Benevolent Dawn, meaning more grenades to throw, and if your rift ever runs out, you can immediately replace it with another one. Now, while you're running this build, it's not like you and your allies are never going to die. That is still a dangerous thing whenever you're fighting tough enemies. But what my friends did tell me is that they had to look at their health a lot less while I was running this build. Usually in moments where they'd have to get out of dodge quickly or whatever, they didn't have to worry because they had constant healing from the Seekers and the rounds that I was constantly producing for them. If you or anyone else you know loves to be a healer, you'll probably want nothing else but to use this combo. Of course, this is just the base for you guys to experiment with this. I haven't sunk any time in figuring out a good combo with combat style mods yet, like Charge with Light, Warmind Cells, or like the Elemental Wells. So if you guys use this combo and have a build with the combat style mods, please let me know. I'm really interested in what you guys come up with. But that is going to be it for me for today, guys. If you like the video, be sure to hit the like button and tell me down in the comments. Same with any of the combat style builds you pair this with. I really want to see them. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and see all the good stuff coming from this season. And if you like live content, I stream over on Twitch every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have a link for that down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you all next time. And remember, keep your heads up and be kind to each other. Bye now.